of a cosmonaut traveling through the cosmos alone, insulated in my capsule. Traveling through space and time. Alone, cosmic explorer. Somewhere in between Champaign and Springfield. Illinois. The wind is starting to pick up. You can really feel it in this high-profile vehicle. We'll break it back down to about 65 till the worst of this goes by. A little taste of what it's like to be an expedited driver. Windshield wipers, snapping out the river, keep a perfect temperature on the radio. I gotta keep it moving. Oh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better day. Oh, yeah. I'm driving my life away, searching for a sunny day. According to Virtue Sky, we're driving right into the heart of the storm. Close to it right now. Back down to 62 now. flashbangs of the gods. When you see the first strobe of the lightning hit, you gotta kind of close your eyes for a second. You don't got to, but if you're unlucky and that flash hits the second time, which is usually very bright, it can temporarily blind you. I generally close my right eye completely as soon as I see the first flash, because that's my good eye. And then once the lightning stops, I obviously open it back. But it's like that. As soon as I saw the flash, I closed my right eye. I've been driving for so long, it's a natural reaction to that first blast. Well, slowing down already? I don't know. Maybe we just drove right through the heart of the worst part. I don't know. Looked on Virtue Sky like it was going to be more than 9 minutes of storm. Could just be going through a Sejura, a lull, if you will, an ebb, a bit of ebb. Lily Dog's curled up back in her chair. She hates the thunder and lightning. She hates it. Absolutely terrifies her. I'm ambivalent about the storm. If I feel any way about it, I like to go faster than 62. Something different. Driving in the inky black with the rain and the thunder and lightning. Ammo. I'm singing in the rain, singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. I'm sure there was a time when that song made people happy. Now I just see Andy DeLarge, in his prelude to a violent assault. I guess that's how I could say it. I've been trying to learn from some people on this platform. I hate censorship. I also hate the idea of people taking down my tiny little channel for my entertainment, for the entertainment of a handful of people that enjoy this. Oh, she's coming down now, folks. Cats and dogs. Cats and dogs and peeping frogs. Anybody ever hear the story, Rainy Season? About these people that go to spend a month in Maine And when they get there to get the keys to their cabin, the old man that's supposed to give them the keys warns them that they should stay somewhere else, this night, that it's the rainy season, and they protest. They say, well, we just got here, we're not worried about a little rain. And a lady shows up, a Stephen King short story, it's a great one. A lady shows up, and they're like, no, you really shouldn't stay in town tonight, it's the beginning of the rainy season, and why here it rains frogs. And they tell them, they don't say anything about the frogs or what they may do, they just say that it rains frogs and that it'd be wise not to stay. Of course, they decide to stay anyway, and that night it rains frogs, huge carnivorous frogs with giant needle teeth, and they eat these people. I laugh because it's funny. The thought of frogs raining out of the sky. Because in the story, they're in the house, they're trying to barricade it. In the end, they're in the basement and the frogs just burst through. They think they got them contained, but then they burst through the cellar doors that they didn't think about. And of course, they devour them. I'm not too terribly worried tonight about devouring frogs falling from the sky. What I am worried about, and the only thing that I'm really worried about, is when these lightning flashes strike out here on the prairies, I'm constantly looking for funnel-shaped clouds. I'm not sure what I would do if I saw one, because I can't outrun them. It'd be very difficult in lightning flashes to see which way they're even going. I guess I would just know that I was fit to die. I don't know. It's one of my phobias. I am morbidly terrified of cyclones. I have been since I was a child. When I was very young, a memory I don't have, but the rest of the family reminded me of, until I was old and grown up and gone away, and now the memory of them reminding me is just burned into my head. But we lived in a little town called Pee-wee Valley, Kentucky. Tornado warnings all around. It was a tri-level house with the basement was a living area, and it was usually rented out, but at this time it wasn't rented out. And, well, the tornado was heading right toward us. Everybody got in the basement, and they were down there, and I wasn't there. So if I remember correctly, it was my brave brother, either that or my very brave sister, whom at the time loved me very much, rushed upstairs to see where is little Dusty. And little Dusty apparently was under the table, the kitchen table, on his knees, praying to the benevolent God of heaven that he would look down on his family and spare him, a wee little southern boy, from certain horrific annihilation. And just, to clue you in on the urban lore, the tornado did jump the house. You could see the destruction coming up to about 1/8 of a mile right toward our house. It left the ground, went over our house, and about 1/8 of a mile on the other side of the house, it touched down again and destroyed everything in its path. That was a tornado of Oldham County. I believe the year was 1978. It might have been 1977. It was one of those 2 years. I was 3 or 4 years old. Probably 3, because I remember being 4 pretty clearly. Is that a story to, get you to believe in the God that I believe in? No. It's anecdotal anyway. I could be making it up. You don't know. It's just a story of something that happened to me. It's one of the reasons that I do believe in the great God of heaven, Yahushua, Yahweh, God the Father, the Creator. There's been too many things in my life, all of them anecdotal. They mean nothing to you, but they mean everything to me. There's far too many things in my life that have taken place that would give me the ability to say, there's no God. Besides, I'll be honest, I believe fervently that the fool has said in his heart, there's no God. Oh, and they turn it around. Oh, you're Sky Daddy, Sky Daddy. It's okay. Maybe there's people watching right now or listening right now that tuned in for the ASMR, and now they're getting a bunch of stupid mouth sounds from a bloated moron driving a truck. I don't know. But there's been far too many instances in my life for me to be able to say there's no God, and I am no fool. Well, we're getting through the worst of it. Probably gonna look up Andrew Clavin or somebody like that. I know, Daily Wire. I can't stand Ben Shapiro. He is a fellow tribesman and all, but just because he's a Jew doesn't mean I gotta like him. In fact, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's the contrary. I don't dislike my fellow Jews on sight. I watch them like I do anyone else. Decide whether or not I like them after I've watched it. Well, I've watched Ben Shapiro enough to know that that small hat wearing son of a bitch ain't nothing that I like. The biggest lying is son of a biscuit. It is folks like Ben Shapiro that sometimes make me hang my head a little bit. And there's nothing I can do about what I was born. So that said, on that happy note, it's been 20 minutes. Thanks for riding along. Hope you enjoyed the sound of the rain, the slapping of the windshields, and the occasional gas coming forth from my food hole. Some people watch these. Let me know what you think. You know, don't hold back. It doesn't take long. Leave a little comment for me. Makes me feel good. Ooh, wow. I don't think the lightning strikes come through the camera quite like they do for me, where I can see the individual lightning strikes, just bam, 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 they're free right there, massive. Yeah, so, thanks for coming along, leave a comment. I don't, about liking or whatever, I don't care about no algorithms, I'm not trying to build a channel, I have a little channel. There's nothing inside of me that wants it to be huge or small or whatever. I just want it to be. I want you to be. I want to be. To be or not to be, that is a question not for me. Perhaps for thee. For me, the only question is to be. To be at all costs. To continue my realization of the world around me. To continue my thought process. To continue learning. To continue. That's the goal. And remember, folks, be good to your friends, be good to your family members, be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, family member, or loved one has done seems to be so huge, you'll never be able to forget about it. Because, constant viewer, my beloved rider, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, and everything you know will depart from you. Have a nice day.